What's up, folks? The Arman Hocker project is back. I'm back on, baby. Um, I'm pretty much done here. If you've listened to the podcast and you've been following me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, you'll know that I'm really in and out. It's kind of not hard. It's a little more difficult to upload every week because, well, I'm just not here like that. But the time here is almost done. So I will be uploading more frequently every week, starting off with this episode of the Arman Hocker Project. Today's guest is Zach Huff. Yeah, I've met him out here. He's a pretty good friend of mine. So I was excited to sit down with him for a little bit, talk about a couple things, everything, man, from family to friends, whatever. It didn't matter. We just pretty much clicked, I think. So I think that's it. Things are going good. I'll be back in Maryland here shortly, and I'll be going on with my life. Not bad at all. Speaking of the podcast, this episode is brought to you by The Rival Collection. Look, if you've been listening to this podcast for the past 2 years and you don't know who The Rival Collection is, or you don't know what The Rival Collection does, or you don't know to go to therivalcollection.com and use my discount code for this podcast, AHP20. That's AHP20. All one word, if that's even a word. It's all together, no spaces. AHP20 to get 20% off of your total purchase at the Rival Collection. Pause this episode. Go over to therivalcollection.com. Put a gang of stuff in your basket. Christmas is around the corner. You need to go ahead and get moms, pops, the kids, get them something. Use that discount code AHP20 for 20% off of your total order. But if you don't know who the Rival Collection is, the Rival Collection is a men's premium quality apparel brand. They emphasize the word premium because they construct and print all of their pieces out of San Francisco, California. Rival delivers their orders in amazing packaging with added goodies. They work great for the holidays like Christmas, right? Right around, just get something. Pause this, go get something, hit pay now, pay for it, and then come back. Anyway, they work great for the holidays because of the wrapping. So you don't even have to double, it's already wrapped. Listen to that. Oh, man. All right. Where was I? You can tell the folks at the Rival Collection really care about the whole unboxing experience, which I think is something that just doesn't happen for men's apparel brands. It's pretty true. I mean, especially gifts. You can order from the Rival Collection. It's already wrapped. You probably have to wrap it again so they don't know it's from the Rival Collection. So when they unwrap the first wrapping and then they get to the second wrapping and it says the Rival Collection, they'll be like, oh, they care about me. That got me something from the Rival Collection. And they use the discount code AHP20 to get 20% off of the total order. Anyway, the Rival Collection also ships to UK and Canada. Use discount code AHP20 to get 20% off of your total checkout, Get 20% off of your total order. So head on over to therivalcollection.com. Follow those guys on Instagram and go check out their Facebook page for amazing savings. Oh, man, it's one heck of an ad. It's one heck of a sponsor. Anyway, I'm going to head into this episode with Zachary Huff.
They gave me a bunch of little codeine tablets after my surgery out here. They don't do
Vicodins?
Yeah, they don't do Vicodins, but they gave me a bunch of these little codeine tablets, like dissolvable, right? So you just drop them in the effervescent. That's what I was looking for. You just drop them in the water and then you drink it. I took one like the second day I was home.
Right.
I took a serving of it. Dude, I was so high it was ridiculous. And I was just sitting here on the couch. I didn't know what I was doing. And I was like, this is freaking miserable. So I started talking to the people who own it. It's called Canna Beast. I started talking to them. They're my wife's friends. That's how I met them.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, dude, we'll send you a bunch of stuff and you can try it out. So.
Yeah, I never, I got the ear surgery in broke my neck and my back. They gave me Vicodin and all this stuff, and I've never been a pill person. Never. My father was. My mother not so much. She let me take aspirin, but I just grew up. I've never been a pill person. And then as I got older, I started to say, well, give me in theory, right? Give me the plant. Don't give me the scientific, refabricated, whatever.
Right.
So doing something like CBD, it makes sense because it is processed, right? They don't give you a fucking leaf, but
Right.
it's probably as close as just like diet, right? Trying to lose weight, you just try to get something as close to its original form as possible, and chances are you're going to feel better. So I can see that with pain because I took one Vicodin, done. The only thing I do like, it's bad. The only thing I do like that I've ever taken, fentanyl. Ugh, puts me out. Love it, but I go to sleep, and I took that when I broke my back. I was just laying on the bed, pain, hurting. And the nurse was like, "Do you want painkillers?" I said, "Yeah." No, I said, "No, I'm good." Hour later, my wife is sitting there. She's like, "Just take something." And so I called the nurse in there. She's like, "We got fentanyl, we got codeine, all these stuff." I was like, "Fentanyl."
Yeah.
And dude, she put that stuff in my damn IV. Ooh, done.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think
Well, that's what
there has to be an evolution in that.
the opiates. Like I have an addictive personality.
Right.
And the first time, so I've had 3 knee surgeries. After my first surgery, they actually had to pull back. They kept me in the hospital 3 extra days
Yeah.
than what they wanted to because my pain tolerance was so high.
Yeah.
They were actually like, the lady was like, "This is enough to tranquilize a horse, what we're having to give you right now."
Yeah.
And then when I had my second surgery, they gave me a ton of Vicodin.
Right.
A ton. And I was borderline addicted to them, bro.
Right.
Really was. And I was
Right.
like, this cannot be good. So now when I did the third surgery, I just handed them, at that point in time, I'd already gotten married and stuff. So I just I had my wife go fill the prescription. And I said, keep them in the house in case something goes wrong and I just get too bad where I can't handle it. But don't let me know where they are.
Right. Yeah.
Because I know as soon as I have one, I'm going to want 5.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just, you get that euphoric high, and you're just kind of like, it's an opiate.
That's how I am with food. Yeah.
You're euphoric high with food.
Yeah. I have to only buy one pie. If I get 3 of them, I'm eating all 3. Yeah. And it's do you ever feel like you want to offset that? Because I feel like that's how I am. Everybody wants to buy Jordans. Everybody wants to do this. Everybody wants to do that. And I reject it because of that, unless it's something that benefits me. Everybody wants to save money and invest. It's okay. Yeah, I'll do that. But with things like that, if I find myself kind of getting maybe even hooked or whatever, I'll go, nah, because I know I have a problem.
Right.
And it may not be catastrophic and threatening your family, but I always look at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it could lead you down that road where it turns into something bigger than what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was like that with gambling when I was, I love gambling.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it, but I love it.
Yeah.
And when I was in California for 6 months or something, and I didn't have anything to do. So every day I would go do the morning meeting, right? And then by 9 o'clock, I was at the casino for like 7 hours. And I was fresh out of Afghanistan.
So you had money.
Tens of thousands of dollars. And I was just play. And then I sat there and I went, oh, this is ridiculous. And I just backed off of it. Even now, living in Maryland, I think there's a casino somewhere over there. I don't even want to know where it is.
Right.
Because I'm like, I'll go.
Yeah.
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 But I find myself not with, there's still some kind of chemical release, endorphins and all that stuff, but painkillers and things, it's easy for me to reject that because I'm not in the pills, but I understand what you're saying. But I also try to offset it and go, I can't do that. I can't do any of that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's.
Well, this is I'm like that with drinking.
Yeah.
I'm like that with any kind of, like, basically any kind of substance.
Yeah.
Where I know it can lead me down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Way more quickly than I can control.
Right.
So don't even put that in my life. Like, if a couple of guys came over last night, right, and they brought beer.
Right.
So there's now like 10 beers in my fridge.
Yeah.
And they will, honest to goodness, they will probably just sit there until I leave, and they'll get thrown out, or somebody else will drink them.
Right.
Because I'm not even going to open that rabbit hole. Because guess what? I have 3 of those beers, and then all of a sudden that codeine becomes a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then next thing I know, I'm waking up laying on my carpet, wondering what I was doing. And it's like, okay, I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. So it's exactly what you're saying. I'll find something else to do.
Wow.
If it starts getting that bad,
yeah,
I'll just leave the house.
I think that's why I never drank, because I was raised around liquor and everything. My mother drank, and my father drank too. But when I turned 21, I've tried beer and, like, you know, what is it, tequila, just all the bullshit you do when you join the Navy, right? None of it's appealing. Even I've been drunk, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I've been high, I'm good.
Getting drunk used to be fun for me. Now that I'm a little more advanced in age and I have kids and all that stuff, it's kind of like, no.
Yeah. But I was never in that group either. People going out, getting drunk, partying. I used to do record promotions, so you had to be sober when you're going out in the clubs. Plus I was 17. So I know how to enjoy the nightlife without being drunk. And I think that's where a lot of it comes from, being 21 and just kind of like, well, I've seen dum-dums acting up. I don't want to be that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And mostly I think I get paranoid. When stuff starts to go down in a club or just out, period, I want to be able to go, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm out. Grab whoever's with me or whatever, and I'm leaving. I think a little bit of fear, too.
Yeah, I started bouncing when I was like 25 or 26.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a wake-up call. Because then I would still go to the clubs. Like the owners would give me a free table or whatever. Oh, we'll give you 3 bottles. And I would literally sit there. I'd bring my friends in.
Yeah.
And have my wife bring her friends. And they would consume all the liquor. And I would just be sitting there. And everybody would be like, you're not working. You can relax. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to be that guy to my crew that's still working. Yeah. I don't want to be the guy that's walking around like, you know. Because those guys are really annoying.
Yeah.
And fighting with a drunk person is not fun.
Yeah.
Verbally or physically. It's just like, come on, dude. I told you to leave. Shut up and leave.
Yeah, I've had to get some people. I had a friend of mine, he was trying to fight another guy over the guy's girl. I'm like, come on. He was drunk, though. And I was like, this is ridiculous, man. The guy was, he easily 250, 6'5". Like, let's get out of here. You know, it's ridiculous how some people get.
I think it really hit, that lesson really hit me probably 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because my wife's uncle owns a security company. So he brought me on board to help him start running some accounts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I would go check on the different accounts on the weekends, drive around. That's all I did. And so I'd get in the club, sober as all get out, and I'd see these guys. They're just housed. And I'm like, that's just, you're not being very respectful to yourself right now, bro.
Yeah.
You're a freaking joke. And they always pull out a big-ass knot.
Yeah.
All this money, yeah, but you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And I'm about to knock you out. You just don't know it.
Right.
That's when it really hit me like, yeah, I don't want to be that guy anymore that goes out to the club and gets all jacked up. And plus the kids weigh in on it a lot too now. You got to be a good example for your kids. How good of an example am I if I'm hungover? If I go out on a Friday night and I'm hungover all day on Friday when the kids want to go to the park, and daddy doesn't want to go anywhere because daddy's hungover, it's just not a good look.
Or you do want to go somewhere and you are hungover.
Yeah.
Because kids can tell.
Yeah. Miserable.
As young as I can remember, I remember my mother was drunk. I'm just like, I didn't know anything until I was older, but I just went, she had an addiction and everything.
Yeah.
But that's ridiculous when you can't prioritize like that. And I'm not saying don't have fun, because I know all my kids will, grow up. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they're like me. They go out, they have a couple drinks, and go, man, it's not for me. Because I think a lot of people just buy into it. Yeah. You know, just like being in the military. This is what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, it's kind of like, not really. You know, you can be aware and wise to it and know what's going on, but you don't have to be part of it. You don't have to be that part of it. But yeah.
Well, a lot of times that doesn't make sense to people.
No, it's hard.
Yeah.
when I say, and I'm almost 40 now, but when I tell people, like, oh, you don't drink, every time, what's wrong? What happened? Nothing happened. And I tell them when I go back home after a weekend out, I still got my $600 in my pocket. And I didn't blow it on the bar. They go, oh, yeah. Well, no shit. But you don't think no one goes, it's just like dating somebody. No one goes into the relationship with liquor, or pills, or anything thinking about that. It's only afterwards. And I was fortunate enough to sit back and watch that, and just people would be young guys just blowing money. I was like, oh, here's a drink. And no, I'm good, man. I'll go up there, give me a Coca-Cola, sit down, relax, and drive everybody home. But just none of that appealed to me. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, because I'm awesome, but
easy.
Yeah.
Questionable. Questionable.
Yeah. So what's up with the supplement line? So it's not yours. You're just kind of partnered with it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
We're just kind of
You do a lot of that stuff though, don't you? Kind of not an advisor, but you kind of a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
So, I mean, because they reached out to me. Like I said, they were my wife's friends and stuff, but we actually got them both in our gym back in Orange County. My buddy's training both the owners now. So when I go back at Christmas time, we're actually going to film a bunch of content for them.
Yeah.
Just me and my buddy doing stupid stuff at the gym. And when I say stupid stuff, I mean like doing workouts. Like, not anything insane. We'll end up doing some we focus on we'll do our strength, but then we also want to do a bunch of functional stuff. Right. So a lot of stuff we'll do heavy farmer carries, because it's basically a garage gym, right? Yeah. So we are in an industrial area. We have a big area outside. We'll go out and do heavy farmer carries. We'll put on a 40 or 60 pound vest, do the farmer carries, do a buddy carry, throw somebody over your shoulder, take them back, grab something else. Have like 3 or 4 implements out there. Yeah. You know, so we'll do like 5 rounds of it. So by the time we're done, we'll do a whole squat workout, legs, and then we'll give ourselves about 10 minutes, and then we go out and do the wad. So one of the things, and that's what we were trying to communicate to them, was you guys got to have, if you want to push a supplement as a sports supplement, you need to be showing that kind of thing. I mean, they signed a fighter in a lower level organization right now, and he's starting. I got onto him the other day. I was like, "You guys got this fighter," and he literally maybe has 2 posts. Yeah, on their Instagram. I was like, dude, if you were sponsoring this guy,
I was gonna say, so they're basically asking him to be a spokesman.
Yeah, and he's not giving them the material. So I told him the other day, because we were talking about, I was like, look, the material because we'll probably give him 2 days worth of filming and that kind of stuff material. Right. Out of those 2 days, if you take a ton of snapshots off that, you've got enough Instagram content for a month. Yeah. But this kid has only given them 2 or 3 posts that they put on their Instagram. And his Instagram, I looked at he's got some on there, and he's got their little emblem on his shorts and that stuff. So it's there, but if you're not calling attention to it,
but it's not saying anything, right? Or at least trying to attribute X to Y. Yeah.
So it's not there. So I'm working with them on that. I'm working with them on their basically on their marketing, and then I'll probably start being a distributor for them here after the holidays are over. Right. So they'll send me out the stuff, and I'll pay the wholesale, and then I'll do the markup on whatever I sell, kind of thing. Right. Until they decide that they want to sponsor me, and they just send me all the stuff, which is not too far down the road, but.
The kid, I call him a kid, right? But him or your company, they may not know about how to post. And you were talking about your wife had to show you what Instagram was about. Yeah. I did the same thing with my wife. She knew, she heard of it, but she didn't know anything about it. So I think if you can, I've sat down for an hour class before, many different physical classrooms, right? I didn't pay for it. It was free. And I figured out, how do you kind of set up all of these posts? How do you post? What do you post? I mean, even talking to you, just how to create content. So that kid, he may not know what to he may not know how to generically kind of create content.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to another guy I work with. He races cars, and he was trying to put stuff on his YouTube channel and Instagram. And a lot of times the people that he's hooking up with flake out. And I told him, I said, just get your phone or a camera and just set it up where you're working on your car, changing tires, whatever. Just set it up and run nothing but B-roll.
Right.
Not B-roll, but just run the camera.
Yeah.
And then chop it and voice over. And there's your content. If you're just trying to constantly put content out. And I don't think people see that it's really that easy, especially with somebody that's a fighter. I'm running, I'm training, I'm eating, whatever, you know. That's easy stuff to post.
And that's what I think people get too wrapped around the axle of. Yeah, I said wrapped around the axle.
I was going to let it slide.
Of I have to make content.
Right.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Your daily life is your content.
Right.
It's just how you execute it and how you post it and put it up.
Yeah.
So like everything that I'm putting on my Instagram right now is my daily stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm that guy that's in the gym who will be like, hey, bro, hit that record button real quick for like 10 seconds.
Right.
I was using one of the guys that was working for me.
Yeah.
But he just took off the transfer. So now I got to find a new cameraman. But it's, I think people get too wrapped around. I have to make content.
Right.
To get the views, and your life.
I'm
What
all
you
about-
do on a daily is that's your freaking content, man.
I'm all about trying to identify content. Going, what am I doing? Oh, so I'm leaving here soon, right? When I leave, best believe I'm going to have a camera rolling, getting on the airplane, transferring here, doing all this, and then later go back, chop it, voice over. This is where I am with the podcast or whatever, because I can foresee that, right? I can see that down the road. But I think, a problem is when you're sitting around doing nothing and you go, I got to do something. And then that's when that content can seem transparent. Not transparent, but fake.
Yeah.
Because
but
it's like,
everybody's got one of these.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody's got a smartphone.
Yeah.
That's your content, right? You don't need to go out. Like, you see some of these guys that are trying to get wrapped around the YouTube channel or something like that.
Yep.
They go out and spend all this money on this equipment.
Yeah.
Guess what? Your first 6 or 7 years, you're not going to get enough views to pay for that equipment.
Yeah.
You're really not.
Yep.
Until people start discovering you. Maybe you do some collabs with somebody that gets your name out there a little bit more. Right here, dude.
Yeah.
iPhones.
Yeah, that's
Smartphones. Whatever you want to use.
Yeah.
They got better cameras than half the freaking cameras you can go buy at the store.
Yeah, I use mine a lot, and I'll do what I usually do is
I know it's recording me right now.
Yeah, what I do is in the notes, I do up my templates or whatever I'm going to do so then I can record it and chop off the nonsense at the beginning and end and then throw it on Instagram or YouTube and just drop my descriptions or whatever in the bottom. All right. Well, he's going to pee. But yeah, I often see people, they try to figure out how to make content, and I'm guilty of it too. But a lot of it is just whatever you're doing. If you're in the cars, if you're in the putting puzzles together, whatever it is, if you just kind of do whatever you do and record it, then that'll be your content, and then people really see the process. I was watching a video a couple weeks ago, and it was about a guy who was he did vending machines. So he had a regular 9 to 5, but he owned 3 or 4 vending machines, and he literally, the title of the video was like vending machine pickup run or something. So he literally got in his car, went to the vending machines, put out all his money, right? And then he went to Walmart or Sam's Club or something to buy more Mountain Dew and Coca-Cola for the video. But yeah, just I was just talking to the people. But a lot of it though is just videoing what you're doing if you're a cook, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to buy spatulas today. Guess what you're recording? You driving to the store, talking to the camera. I'm going to get some spatulas. I got to try this out, and that's your content.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to them about the guy he did vending machines. He had a regular 9 to 5, but he has like a series. So he went to go get his money from the vending machines, and that was probably a 12-minute video. It's horrible as far as camera angles and how he's speaking to the camera. He's doing a lot of what they call filler words and all that stuff. But it got to the point where in his comments, and I think forget subscribers, forget likes, forget follows. If you get that interaction, people are going, "Hey, how much is a vending machine?"
Right.
It's like $1,000 to $10,000, whatever it is.
Right.
Where can I get them? And he's like, Craigslist, like $5,000. How do you split the commission or whatever with the? How do you split the commission with the person that you have the vending machine at? And he said, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. The fact that those workers can stay on the site and not drive off to get drinks, that's enough for the owner to not want anything. But if other times I'll just do a flat rate, 10%,
right,
for having my daggone. It's a Coca-Cola. It's not James's machine. It's Coke, Sprite, Pepsi, whatever the thing is. But I was watching that video and I went down a rabbit hole. But a lot of it is that creating content is whatever you do. You're a mixed martial artist. You're a cooker. You're a baker. You're a podcaster, right? Whatever it is. Because I've done content where I'm trying to fix my website. I'm just struggling, but getting somebody to take a picture and run video, and through that, people in the comments are like, "Hey, when you get back home, let me know. We can sit down." All right, well, man, that's awesome because I need the help. But I just don't think a lot of people see that. They think that content. If you look at the successful, the popular people out there creating content, it seems like their life. It seems effortless, but at that point, that's their life. Their life is.
It seems effortless because they have an entire production team behind them that's doing everything.
Or they're just that's just their life. They wake up and go, all right, I have to reply to all 700 of these comments. Well, that's a video in itself, or that's a YouTube, Twitter post, whatever it is.
You just kill my chair.
I just flop down.
Sound like you. Yeah.
It's okay.
A little bit.
They make enough money off of you. They can buy a new
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. The YouTube game is real.
That's why I'm just iffy about it. We'll get it. I'll get it going here. I need to get it going.
I was
even if I only get one person viewing it, even if you're the only person that watches my YouTube,
I'll just like it, comment, repost every time.
There you
go. I was talking. I think it wasn't that same Instagram class, but quite a few people say so for your Instagram. You have to put 9 pictures, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12, 9 or 12 pictures. I can't remember, but to fill up that page on that phone, so when someone goes to your Instagram, it at least looks full, like you're active, and it makes sense. And that's what I was looking at when you're trying to start an Instagram account for a business page. A business, I've seen it. You go to Presona's Instagram account, it has 1 picture. I'm going, you got to give me something,
right?
You know. So I mean, there's a lot of tricks to not making your social media presence or even your company seem active, but to just show it.
That's what I'm 3 to 4 posts a day.
Yeah,
and then being active enough to go to other people's posts and comment on them.
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about before I think it was before we started recording.
Probably so.
I was talking about Gary Vee, who you said you didn't know who he is, which is very disappointing to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to look him up when we get done.
Gary Vee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vaynerchuk.
Right. I'll give him a look.
Because he's one of the things, and it's one of the things that he was talking about this week on one of the posts he sent out was the $1.80 investment in Instagram. Mm-hmm. And what he means by the $1.80 is you go to 90 different people and put your 2 cents in, put 1 comment in there. And if you're doing the fitness stuff, you find 90 people that are doing fitness stuff in your area. Comment on it. Hey, that was a good squat, dude. Or hey, have you tried this? Just your 2 cents. And then all of a sudden you've got maybe those people reply back to you and maybe they follow you. Maybe other people scrolling through through that list of comments, see you and like, oh, I want to check this dude out.
Yeah, I've done on YouTube. I'll do that. Even Instagram more, as long as they're.
I know you did. That's how you got your Instagram up from 20 to what is it, 150 now?
I don't know. I've lost count.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll pull it up.
But I think a lot of it has to do with. Well, I'm just talking. Oh, if the Instagram name, tag, or whatever it is, sounds like a business, certainly. But if it does, if it's just a person and it looks like they put some effort into their actual profile picture and everything, yeah, I'll go to their stuff. I follow people that way just because they comment. And it's usually on something, it's usually a real comment.
180.
180,
You're up
baby.
to 180, dude.
170 followers.
But even look at this. Like,
up that percentage. What are you talking about? The podcast?
No.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
November 28th was your last post.
Oh, was it?
Yes, it was.
Let me see it.
It's some video you did of a paper shredder.
Oh, some asshole. Yeah.
I'm just saying. So.
I'm just November. What's? Oh yeah.
That looks very familiar. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to have a camera in that area.
Nah.
But it's okay.
Nah, that's a green zone.
It is green. It's hot. You're good to go.
But I did that because it was everyday stuff that I see that if anybody knows what I do for a living, they'll go, oh, I know that guy. I know the person that does that.
Right. Yeah, but the last time you posted was November 28th. That's what, that 8th right now?
I think. I don't know. Don't judge my personal Instagram account.
But you use your personal Instagram account for your podcast and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of it, did you rename your podcast yet?
No, not yet.
Or you're still riding with the Arman Hocker project?
Yeah, I think.
No, you're riding GarageCast, right?
Right now it's GarageCast, and it proved my point Tuesday or something when I was in the office. I had my shirt on, and the guy was like, "Oh, nobody wants to hear about cars." I went, "There it is,
Which
right
is
there."
what we'd already talked about.
Yeah. So,
see, like all my stuff's just gym stuff.
Yeah. What is it? You got tins in your hand? No, I'm joking. Yeah. No, I get it.
Gym stuff.
So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm really not sure what I'm gonna do because I went through a phase before where I shut down my podcast Instagram and posted everything to my personal Instagram, and then I went right back like 2 months later. I'm not sure which way I want to do it. Now my wife, her only Instagram account is her business Instagram account, but she sells her product through her daily life with her kids and what she does. So it's a nice hybrid. Right. That's my only issue right now is after I rename the podcast, the Arman Hocker Project, it was like I was telling you before, to me, that's all encompassing of my life.
Right.
So I'm thinking I may just go to one Instagram account and just have it like that. Now, if for whatever reason the podcast gets so popular that I have to separate it, so be it. But I'm on the edge of just canceling the other one and just focusing on one. Right now I'm trying to figure out the artwork because on the last time out, I was talking to a guy and he was talking about having kind of how Joe Rogan's picture is. Basically it's an animated picture, right? It's not a real photo with the head cut off and you can kind of see in my head or something like that and all these ideas because I don't have my podcast home isn't linear. It's not sports. It's not nutrition. It's literally everything. Right,
which is what we talked about when you told me it was called the GarageCast. And I immediately said, I'm not going to talk about cars.
Yeah. And I think this goes back to even posting content. The issue that I have right now is I don't have that circle of people, and we talked about this, to bounce ideas off of. So you can say, I want to do this, and somebody can go, that's stupid, or I try it this way. And that's where I got on this last mission was talking to some of those new guys that came with us. And he immediately was like, no, man, you should have this, head cut off. That's your thing. I told him the new name of the podcast. He's like, that makes more sense than anything else. So right now I'm kind of waiting on artwork to officially rename it.
Yeah.
I could just do it today and just all I have to do is change the artwork for iTunes. Everything else will fall in line.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what to do with the actual Instagram accounts, because I'll still keep a Facebook account, and thinking about Twitter, and thinking about switching to Twitter over too. But I think the Arman Hocker project is just, to me, it just even sounds better.
Well, one, it sounds better, and two, the idea behind it is what you've been trying to do anyways, but it lets everybody know that we're just going to talk about all kinds of random stuff, not just what this one sounds like. We're going to talk about cars.
Yeah.
Because at first, before you explained it to me when we were talking about it, I didn't understand the whole garage gym thing. Because
that's where it started.
Right.
And if I were still in Maryland, 100%, you'd be able to see that it's a garage with the weight bin. Like, it would all make sense.
Even though it's not, because your wife took everything away from
Took it over, making bank. I'm okay. I'll sacrifice my podcast studio so I don't have to pay for the kitchen she just put in. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But it even kind of bugged me that it's the garage cast, but even in that, even working out and all this stuff, right, I still talk about whatever I want.
Right.
Unless I have someone on, a guest, then we'll talk about, whatever.
Right.
But for the most part, I wanted people to be able to read the name of the podcast, see the artwork, and maybe get a better idea. But when they listen to it, they don't get bamboozled by what I talk about.
Yeah.
Because if it were up to me, I had scientists on here. It doesn't matter as long as what we're talking about makes sense. But I think I'm really.
Are you going to talk about the earth being flat?
That's it, folks. Me and Zach, we talked for quite a while, man. So you guys are going to have to go check out part 2 if you want to hear the rest of that conversation. Thank you for listening. And don't forget about my sponsor, The Rival Collection. Use AHP20 at checkout for 20% off your total purchase. Thanks for listening.